Hello and welcome to Season 33, Episode 2 of Titus Pétange, 28th of April, 2054. Now then, Champions League semi-final ahead of us, drawn up against Real Madrid. Obviously, their key player is Thomas Berra, who is the German winger that we sold to Real Madrid for £80 million. An insane player, and probably a bargain at that price, to be honest. They are managed now by a regen called Afonso Nascimento, who is, well, he's a model citizen. He's got decent motivating people management, but knowledge is not there. Yeah, knowledge not there. Okay. Let's go to the finances, because the finances taken a right old tumble, and this is because we've paid £66 million to Dude Lounge to upgrade their facilities to maximum, £64 million to Shift Lounge to increase theirs to maximum, £46 million to Racing FC Luxembourg, that maximises their facilities, £118 million to Full Etch, that maximises their facilities, £60 million to Etzella, that maximises their facilities, $50 million to Progress Nidacorn, that maximises out their facilities, alongside that just insane infrastructure boost to Luxembourg. We've also thrown in a few bits and bobs to the bank balance of certain clubs that we don't want to see struggling. A few of the Luxembourg clubs are struggling. Then we also need to try and push on Mama and the likes of Tricolore. I really want to see Tricolore also come up. Mama, one division, so this is third tier. They are currently 8th. Tricolore are top. Very, very good. So yes, just a boost in finances, in facilities, and hopefully we see some of these clubs producing top Luxembourg talents. Talking about producing a top Luxembourg talent, we did get a lad, didn't we? Let's just make sure. Can try and find him. It is Guilherme Marquez. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, Marquez is a central midfielder. He's got insane vision. I think he's going to make it. Well, let's see. That could be a Luxembourg player that we actually see make it into the first team. He's got 5-star potential, and he came out of our youth academy. How about that? Something for us to hold on to. Overall, yes, the quality of the Luxembourg players that have been coming through is slightly better. And if we go into Luxembourg, Edit Nation, Generated Players. Oh, he's now up to 90. How about that? It's jumped up to 90. It's giving itself a little boost. All right, well, we'll just leave it like that for this season. No matter what we do in the Champions League, we'll leave it at 90. It's nice to see the dynamic potential actually coming through. Not dynamic potential, dynamic youth ratings in Football Manager. Transfers. The other transfers, the actual transfers of this club. So what? If I highlight all of them, it was £150 million on top of all the facility upgrades that we gave the clubs. And yeah, it's just an eye-watering figure. Let's find out where we no, we don't need to find out where we were, because I'm pretty sure we looked at Ronan Evans. We definitely looked at Pablo Blasco in the last episode, but Ronan Evans joined 14.5 million. Then we got Samuel Zaza, who, I mean, he's got some unbelievable stats for an 18-year-old. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that. At 6'4", he probably should be aiming to be a centre-back more than a right-back. Fantastic, he's fantastic. Holy shit. Juan David Hernandez came in. He's less fantastic, to be honest. But 4.5-star potential, apparently. 1.2 million from Millonarios. From the dates, how many loan players out here? Loads of loans. Rory McDonald, we definitely covered. So, since last episode, Paulus Bertens, finally gets his move. He was in the first team for a little bit, but after watching him play for 3-4 months, especially he wasn't great at finishing. £75 million is a joke, to be honest. He's not. He might become a £75 million striker. He isn't a £75 million striker at this moment in time. It's like Shin Young-ho all over again. Dominic Jennings got really, really angry at us. He wanted to play first team football. Honestly, with that wheel at 22 years old, I'm happy to let go of him. But it's not at a decent price. It's £20.5 million to Monaco. He will be worth more than that. Andrew Jones is not someone that I wanted to let go with his 4.5-star potential. But he started to force that move out there. And you know what? He's another right-hand-sided player. And how many chances will he get? He is down the pecking order completely. So we moved him on for £50 million. Everything else is a loan. We've got a few fees, but we've brought players back as well. We've brought the likes of Mr. Dylan Plezier back. The first team guys, essentially. Martin Woodfine's back. Ongania's back. Anybody else that I can see straight away? John Gonzalez as well, of course. They are all now in the first team after enjoying a few months out of the club and us enjoying some tasty, juicy finances, covering most of the wages, to be honest. We were very stable until we went and decided to chuck a lot of money at the Luxembourg infrastructure. What else do I need to say? I needed to say something. Yes, okay. A shock for the Ballon d'Or. Who you think wins it? A real big shock for the Ballon d'Or. It's Savo Saran. At 21 years old. How's that? How is that? He's nailed it. 21 years old and he's already got a legendary career. I actually looked at the club info and there he is. Savo Saran is already a legend at Union Titus Pétange. Mate, he could retire tomorrow and his legacy would be absolutely cemented. What a player. Okay, we are going great guns. We've beat Inter Milan and Juventus to get to this point. And now we've got the small task of Real Madrid. Ugarelli drops into central midfield, brings Axel Claude in, Romulo and Ongania. I'm going to just swap Ongania further forward. This is just a joke of a side. We've got one injury, but he is out on loan, Leo Grande. Axel Robbins just come back from a nasty injury himself. And that is that. Let's do it. I've not shut the curtains for this video, so if it gets too bright outside and the webcam gets a very big flash of light, then I do apologise. Is that Ismail Dargo? Is Ismail Dargo? Oh, mate, he's not a forward. Oh, no, he's got 12 finishing. He should not be up front for Real Madrid. They've gone from Makovic to Dargo. But bro, they need a striker. They really do need to find a striker. There's a lot of Juventus that is rated quite highly at my scouts. Why don't Real Madrid go and get him? Or why don't we go and get him? We could also go and get him. Profiteer, who used to play for us, with a pretty lousy standing tackle on the edge of the box. I don't think this is going to be a penalty, but I've seen far less become a penalty in this game. No, it is no penalty. It's just outside the box. Savo Saran wins as a penalty. We could still make something of this, to be honest. They have no wall. It's an interesting call, and Saran decides to stand tackle Raphael Beck. Sound. Oh wow, the statistics. I've just seen the early statistics for this game. Real Madrid with six 6 shots straight away. Oh, and Warner decided to fall over for no apparent reason. Ismael Dargo, well, he is the striker. He should be in the centre. Ugarelli, fantastic work. What a ball as well to Romelu. That was some amazing play. And finally, we've actually got a match started. A shot. Okay, now the stats are coming. That's a very, very early burst by Real Madrid, but no key highlights shown. Ruiz has got a yellow card. And Gania inside. And Saran might have scored. Sorry, I keep on looking at the other screen because I've also got the Sky Sports coverage on. Sky Sports News coverage of the 3 p.m. kickoffs. This is goal disallowed for Titus Pétange. Savo Saran and tried to send it across the goalkeeper. And it's so tight, that one. But apparently he is offside by about half a foot. All right, with this scoreline, don't worry about us. Titus Pétange playing in the new black kit. Just be careful here. Ruiz goes back to his keeper. It's very, very clever. Ruiz has got to be smart. Make sure that he doesn't get sent off, or else it becomes a very different landscape entirely. Claude to chase. Ulysses is going to happily win that. Looks very, very even, this game. It looks like we're going to finally have a key highlight for Real Madrid as Rafael Beck. I don't think he meant that. It's kind of ping-ponged around the box here. But it has ended up in the back of the Titus Pétange net. It might just have been a scuffed finish. Not good. Try and get some encouragement. Real Madrid might have deserved it for all what they did at the start of the that first half. We don't want this to get ugly. To be fair, we have no excuse. We have zero excuse to lose this by a significant amount. Fantastic sliding challenge. Saran will take this clear. Ball to Onganyos. First touch is lovely, and that has clipped the outside of the post. Plezier throwing. Far side. Annoyed at the moment, but it can all change on one goal. Warner back there. I had a feeling that was going to be a counter-attacking situation. Players are getting back for Titus Pétange. Just put a sliding challenge in. Jesus. Oh my God. It's a calamitous. To say this is a Champions League semi-final, that was calamitous. 20 minutes to go. And we'll bring on Sabatic. We got Axel Robin that can swap for Axel Claude. And then we'll go for Woodfine up front. Even more finishing prowess. Romelu, I still think, is yet to become that finisher. And of course, we've got an injury, meaning that we're going to drop to 10 men. Jesus, Saran's injured. That could be nightmarish stuff for Titus Pétange if it is a long-term injury. Let's hope that it's not. He's already suffered I think it was twisted ankle or something earlier on in this calendar year. 1-0. Rafael Beck. Ex-Titus Pétange with the only goal of the first leg. Yeah. Okay. Saran out for 3 to 4 weeks. So I don't think, Saran's going to miss that second leg, which is an absolute gut punch. Means that Axel Claude will have to play on the left-hand side for sure. We've got PSG and Man City in the other semi-final. Man City coming out on top there, 2-0. In between this, we got the Luxembourg Cup final. Man City spotted watching Leo Grande. I mean, all well and good, but out of the players that I'd be willing to sell, the Luxembourg players in our first team are amongst the very few that are absolutely unobtainable. I don't think we're in a good spot here. I feel like we might be conspired. The game might be conspiring against us. Robin and Claude having a little go at left-hand side, right-hand side duty together. Just scraped by Racing FC Luxembourg, who are one of the teams that we put some serious money into. Their facilities, as you can see, all maximised out now. Apart from the corporates, I don't know what the corporate facilities do. If you guys want to tell me in the comment section, I will absolutely listen. But I think the main ones are the ones that we have decided to increase. It's a lot of money. A lot of money when you think about it. All the teams that we could improve facilities on. It's already an investment that's getting close to $1 billion in terms of facilities. But then if you count the transfers to Luxembourg club, the 10 millions, the 5 millions to Mama and the lot, you're talking about 1.5 billion, maybe even more already. Ridiculous amount of money. All right, last league game of the season to come. Man City have qualified for the final. Can we reach it ourselves without Saran? We need to have a big deep breath because we can do this. Are we going to put Romulo up front? Only got 13 finishing. But he is attacking wise, he is pretty fucking excellent, isn't he? Look, it's going to have to be Ugarelli. They're saying Ugarelli should play on the right. Saidi coming in, maybe. Calabrese's. I think Calabrese is just a better player. Come on. Let's go and do it. Revive our hopes of another Champions League. Real Madrid have won 15 Champions Leagues up to this point. Titus Pétange, I think, are up to 12 or 13. So we are close to overtaking the record holders at the moment. Ugarelli, lovely touch. We've hit the post again. Oh, you feel like it's not your day? Come on, lads. Muriel with a low cross to the front post. Corner kick dealt with. Ongania down the wing. Here's Ugarelli. Going to try and muster up some magic for Titus today. Warner. Calabrese. Ugarelli's offside. Real Madrid clear. Imagine, right, being the key player for your side like Ugarelli is for Titus Pétange and yet not winning the Ballon d'Or. That's just madness. The fact that he's not winning the Ballon d'Or even though he's clearly the key player for the side. Lovely crossfield ball. It's a switch diagonal. Ugarelli into Claude. And Mazegler has made just the most miraculous save. Jesus Christ, lads. 7 shots for Titus Pétange. We have to go for more encouragement. We are throwing everything at this. Ugarelli will take it away. Can he play a through ball? Yes, he can. On Gania, lots of pressure. Julius Caesar's blocked the shot. Surely that's not the key highlight. Claude into Ongania. Really, really defensive. Really closed in. There you go. And once again, we've hit the post. Are we sure here? Ugarelli's taking a knock. Just have to keep an eye on that. Could bring on Gonzalez. Well, this will be another key highlight for Titus Pétange. Claude. Oh, what a goal. Oh, my fucking days, what a goal that is. What a goal that is. And it's not like we haven't deserved it in this first half. It's not even a finesse shot. He's put all his fucking body weight behind this one. But it has just swazzed. Oh, the swazz. 13 shots to Real Madrid's 5. We've got to be careful. Mazegla's had a decent game in the net so far. Ugarelli. Claude breaks away. He's not actually done too bad off that left-hand side, has he? As he immediately gives it to Brera. As you remember some under-23s game when he played it to Berra at some point. There you go. There you go. Boa's on that. No problem. Back to the keeper. Ongania nods it on, and Romelu tries some kind of chip. Mazegla apparently anticipated it well. Well, we've got ourselves back into the game, but there's something very weird happening here, isn't there? I just don't really know what to make of it so far. Ugarelli's still incredibly tired. Probably needs to be changed here before he suffers an injury. The ball is getting played to Ugarelli. This is Calabrese to our right back. Smart 1-2. Cross is absolutely garbage, though, to his wing back compadre. And, I mean, are they playing 1-2s to each other? Oh, there you go. Axel Claude. Axel Claude. Who would have thought the replacement to Savo Saran on that left-hand side has been the difference maker? Right, Ugarelli. I don't think I can even take him off. Probably right to just put Gonzalez there. He is apparently 3.5 stars as a right attacking midfielder. That is fine by me. We'll go Woodfine. And then we'll stick in Kaike. Probably not yet because of that injury to Savo Saran right at the end. I remember. We're not going to run that risk for 30 minutes. 19 shots, 10 on target. Dominating next G. Now we've got Real Madrid exactly where we want them. Magnussen sticks it upfield. Calabrese. Gonzalez waits. Thinks the best course of action is to go to the centre-back. On Gania. Here's Gonzalez. Thought it was going to go down off a challenge. Woodfine. Nice block. So Real Madrid, quality-wise, Real Madrid has definitely gone up because last couple of times I've not needed to use the shouts. I've not needed to think completely tactically. But today, we've had to dip into those reserves. What a goal by Martin Woodfine. I tell you what, this game has been blessed with 2 outrageous goals from Woodfine and Claude. Hardly believe this, because after the first showing, hitting the posts time and time again, I thought firstly it was FIFA, and secondly that we were destined to drop out of the Champions League. That is not the case. 7 minutes. Champions League final is on its way. What a ball by Gonzalez. Woodfine trying to score his second of the game. Denied by our previous number one goalkeeper, Mazegla. Mazegla must be proud of Ivandic, of how he's turned out to be as a goalkeeper. I'm sure Mazegla spent a lot of hours with our current number one. And that is another. Woodfine scored his second of the game. It's Titus Pétange 4, Real Madrid 0 tonight, and it's 4-1 on aggregate. Good play. Who played that header across? Was it Gonzalez? No, Gonzalez crossed the ball. It was on Gania with a little nod on to the back post, taking the defence out of it completely. It's pleasing. Weird but pleasing. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. 90 on the youth rating. 4-0 against Real Madrid. You can't not hate that. We really, really needed to get into the final as well, because what I'm seeing from the European coefficients is that we haven't really performed that well this year either. 10.4 at the moment. Everybody above us has got more points. Thankfully, everybody below us has got less points. So we're stuck in 7th for a bit, I think. Unless some of these Luxembourg clubs that are not Titus Pétange want to pull the finger out. That's why I'm going to try and give them some money. Some of the bigger clubs, I'm going to try and pump in some money. Hopefully they spend it responsibly, and hopefully we can get a more competitive league out of it. There's better players, better teams. Up the coefficients. We're aiming top 4. We have to aim top 4. We've had it before. It was good times back then. We'll simulate the match against Medenact. And that could be, 34 games, 34 wins. Unless Medenac want to spoil the party, and they can absolutely not do that. It's 4-0 final score. That's us on 102 points after winning every single game in the league. Racing FC Luxembourg qualifies second, and that's probably, a qualification round for the Champions League now, I think it is. That's how far we slipped off. At one point, we had 4 teams qualifying for the Champions League straight up. That is not the case anymore. We really need to get back to that. 20 days until we face up against Manchester City in the Champions League final. And that is the end of this episode. Thank you ever so much for watching it. Crack on. Get our 13th Champions League trophy. We're just going through the motions now. Keep on winning the Champions League trophies with the best side in Europe. Keep on winning it. Keep on winning it. Keep on pushing that youth rating up. And eventually you'll see us managing Luxembourg one day in the future. Come on, lads.